Okay, so raise your hand if you find the word crucifer scary or confounding, or if you had to look it up. Crucifers are any of various plants in the mustard family, and mustard is really going to keep coming around today, and that's sort of the key thing to know about crucifers is that they all come from the mustard family. And they include things like cabbage and broccoli that we're familiar with. So yeah, you may have been wondering like why on earth would they do an entire like presentation and cooking demo on crucifers, because that just seems weird. But it is because of this amazing compound, and it's called sulforaphane. It's actually one of the most studied compounds out there because it triggers 4 pretty amazing processes in our body. And they are detoxification, antioxidant activation, gene activation, and DNA repair.
The presentation today was so much fun. There was so much practical information on the science behind food and how I can use it in my own life and how I can use it with my family and how I can make it a little bit more fun.
When you go to cook your vegetables, we have your crucifers, I should say. There are tips and tricks to make sure that you're maximizing the sulforaphane content. You guys all know those glow sticks, right? Where they've got these chemicals in them and you break them and then they glow. But they can't glow until you've broken the glow stick and those chemicals have commingled. So sulforaphane is made by having 2 compounds commingle. And those 2 compounds are glucoraphanin and myrosinase. So the first tip and trick is to chop your crucifers at least 40 minutes before you eat them. Why? Because when you chop them, you're letting those 2 compounds commingle before any heat has reached them. You're creating the sulforaphane, and once the sulforaphane is established, no problem, you can heat them as much as you want.
I'm one of these people that's always, again, thinking evolutionarily, it's like no human ever got exactly 400 milligrams of X substance every day, during his or her entire life. That's just not how humans evolved, right? We evolved to be flexible creatures, to go through times of famine, to go through different seasons where different foods are available. So, you don't have to micromanage this down to I need to be sure I get my 2 cups of, XYZ a day. Just work them in.
I'm just excited to go take this back to my family, who many of my family members don't love vegetables, and I think they will now.
Live long and crucifer.